Okay, make me coffee.
I'm just going to change. Yes, it's rolling.
Make me coffee.
Yeah, coffee.
Hi guys, sorry, quick discussion there. Welcome to my channel. I know I'm a little bit late again, but my work schedule's just meant that today's the day I'm going to record. Should be better next week because I've got 5 days off next week. They've decided I have to take some holiday. I'm rubbish at the introductions. Hi, my name's Emily. I'm Crafty Emily here on Flosstube, and you're very welcome to my not so weekly update because life's getting a little bit in the way at the moment. I have done some stitching though. I mean, last week I couldn't really do a Flosstube because I hadn't done any stitching. I didn't feel like I'd done any stitching anyway. I'd only worked on one piece up until Tuesday last week. So it is Tuesday, October the 26th. We are nearly at Halloween. And yeah, everything's okay. I've just been doing 6 days a week because the shifts are there for me, so why not? Why not take them? Here is a little growing kitten. Here's my little Bella. She is getting bigger. Her extremely long tail. And she is tamer than last week, as you can see already. And she is still just a little dot. She's the naughty one. She's the one that's up on top of the curtain pole, which is about 1.5 foot above my head as I stand under the doorway. And Bella, that's the hot iron. Just ironed my shirt. Found it in the back of my drawer. It's an old shirt, and I thought, right, I'm going to dig out my clothes and I'm going to wear something different. Because I'm always in the same 2 tops. Because they're my only 2 tops. So I found an old shirt. It's by the by. I have been doing some stitching. And I've made some progress on some things. Bella, please, that's hot. She's trying to sizzle her nose on the iron, Robin.
What's that?
Bella.
Oh.
She's trying to sizzle her nose on the iron.
Come on, Bella Boo.
Yeah, I'm getting moved. Right, okay, I better show you some stitching or you're going to wonder what the hell you're watching and you'll switch off. So I said I was going to work on my Hawk Run Hollow. My Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow because we are in Halloween time, and I have quite a lot. I'm just trying to scoot it down so my head doesn't get lopped off. So first things first, I finished this block. I don't think I had last time. I finished the first block, and then so that's, yeah, I put in the words. There was another ghosty and the moon, and yeah, well, I finished it. Now the spider's webs, I kind of did freehand because I wasn't for counting in the pattern very much. If you give me a minute, I'm just going to hoof the camera up a little bit. Ooh, scary ring light under me. There's your Halloweeny fix for today. Me looking frightening. There. I think that's going to be better, isn't it? There we are. Now I have some space above my head here. So, I went a bit rogue on they're in the right place, there's the right number of things, but at the end of the day it's 2 spider's webs, so I thought, yeah, go for it. So that's the block I finished. And then I could have moved to this block, and I could have moved down, but I didn't. I went here. So I'd already got the cat and the bat in. So what I've done since I last saw you, and I literally stitched on this without stopping until I got to basically where I am. I did the pumpkin first, and then I started on the witch, and I've done the witch and her apron, and I'm just on the 3799 now, which is her back arm and her hat at 3799, so I'm just doing those, and there she is. I'm really pleased with her, and I've done the little upside downy bat. You can see I'm on 3799 here. I've done the upside downy bat that she's holding. I've got her skin to do. I've even done her eyeball because I had the black. I had a bit of black. There's a little eyeball. So I'm really pleased with how she's coming out, and I'm going to try and finish this half. So the same size block, this half, because this block is a double block. The centre block's always a double block. So I'm going to try and finish the half of the double block, so that'll be one full witch. There's a couple of spiders dangling here, and the start of the half of the cauldron. I think there's something up here as well. I've got the pattern. Oh, I have got the pattern. I haven't got a picture, so I can't shove it up. There's a big bat above her head. She's holding a spoon, and there's steam. There's steam that's going to be green. There's green steam coming out of the... Thank you.
One coffee.
Thank you very much. I'll see you in a wee bit.
Aye.
And I need help with my processing.
Aye.
Yes, off you go. Thank you. Goodbye.
See you later.
Oh, I'm recording and I don't want to have to edit it. I don't need you telling me that it's easy to put it in the computer. So here is my big piece of blurple. There we go. Which I still love looking at on the screen. It is a little bright. I've got my ring light on because it's a very gloomy day here. It's drizzly. It's meh. Go to spend today trying to sort out my Stitchy corner, which isn't where I sit and stitch because I sit on my bed and stitch. It's where everything gets dumped. But I have a desk, proper bona fide desk, which is collapsed in the shed waiting to come into my room to be used in that corner. So if I can get that corner skipped out today, I'm off now until 12 o'clock tomorrow, so I've got like a day and a half. I just took an extra half shift tomorrow. All helps my hours. Every hour I work is more money, so that's good. So the next thing I picked up was my meditation, which is a lovely Hade. It's like a big mandala Hade. Oh, that man.
It is, yes.
So I'll put a picture here of what it looks like finished because it is fantastic and you can see how little this is. I'll also put a picture up here of where it was last week. I'm still working on the black, but as you can see, I've gone, I think I was just starting this black. I've done this black, and now I'm just starting on this black here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more blobs of black to do. So I've done 1, 2, 3, so I've done 4 and a bit, and I've got 3 and a big bit to go of the black. And there's still a lot of black stitches to go. So I've had a look. I zoomed out of the pattern, and lo and behold, I mean, you can see the size. This Hade is going to fit on this piece of fabric. You can see how much I've done. But lo and behold, about here, there's another whole ring of black. And because I'm trying to colour complete, I might count myself up to it. I might count myself up to where the other black is, and then I'll do the black, but I'm going to have to do it very carefully. I might have to use another colour to stitch so that I know I'm in the right place, because I don't want to stitch out and find that all my black is 2 stitches wrong or something, you know, and it's the whole ring. So when I finish when I can colour complete the black that I'm putting in at the moment on these here, I'm going to have a little think about what I'm going to be doing. But I think that's making a terrible rustly noise, so I'm just going to put that down all unfolded. Okay, so the next thing I've worked on is another Hade, and the kittens are playing either side of my ironing pad, and totally and utterly inspired by Jemima.
Not the doctor.
Right?
Thyroid's a low.
Well, what did we knew it? We knew it.
Yep.
They're going to do your script.
Yeah.
How quick's it going to be ready?
Yeah.
Right, we'll go out then for the cat food.
Yep. Right. Have it.
Okay.
To the boy.
Amongst all his other ailments, Robin has an underactive thyroid, and he's been sleeping all the time. And anyone who's got an underactive thyroid knows that when you suddenly go, oh, and you can't get going, and you sleep, and you're still tired, and you feel like crap. I was like, what was the last time your bloods were done? And he was like, So, had his bloods done, his thyroid's low, so now we don't actually go and see the doctor. The doctor gets the results, and yeah, hopefully this will pep him up a bit, because as I say, I've had 6 days solidly at work and my house looks like a bomb's exploded in it, and been ripped to shreds by 2 small kittens with a bomb exploding. So I'm going to be busy today, and I want to be stitching, and I will stitch today, but it's going to be a tidy up kind of day. but it's the kind of thing that a day won't touch, you know. Anyway, Jemima, the rocking stitcher, I'm sure anybody who watches me watches her. If you don't watch Jemima, get yourself over and watch her. She's brilliant. She stitches so many enormous Hades. She has actually finished a real proper this size 20 count, this is 20 count Hade, and oh my god, it was a Randall Spangler. So many books, so little time, and it is fantastic. When I started watching her, she literally had about, I'm going to say between a quarter and a third left to go. So she has absolutely smashed it to get it finished. So I was watching her Flosstube, and I thought, well, there's only one thing I can be stitching on while I'm watching this, and I pulled up my snow wizard. So this is not as big, but it is a Randall Spangler. It has got dragglin in it, right at the bottom, which is going to take me forever to get to. And if I've got a picture, I'll put it here, and I'll put a little quick picture of what it looks like finished as well, because it's a long skinny. It's not a story keep, because it's 125 by 440, so it's a long skinny. I'm thinking it's a companion piece to the Snow Castle, which is a proper full size, which I have got the Ada and the pattern, I just haven't started it. And I've probably got a lot of all the colours, because it's basically the same colours as this, except it's got a beautiful castle in the middle. I do have a picture, so I'll put it here if I've got it, because I've bought it, so I've got it. Kittens, the scratchy little noises of the kittens biting each other, I'm sure we'll see them again in a minute. So I picked this up, and I have hit, where's my phone? I think I've hit 40%, which for me is epic. I know it's a small one, it's not a big Hade. It looks big because it's on mine is on 14 count. I am at 41. There we go. I stitched 41% last night. So here is where I've got to this week, and I've been working on getting, I was going to see if I could finish the 820, but I didn't quite get to the end of the 820. So what I'm trying to do is finish it as I go. So there's still a bit more rolled up there, but there we go. That's where I've got to, and this is all 797 here. There's a lot. This is a lot of bulk of 797. So if I need to get stitches in and I feel like I'm not making progress, this is the jobby, because it's a lot of the same colour. Yes, there's little pops of other colours in it, and there is a dragon emerging. There is another dragon here. These stitches here are another dragon, and we introduced purple. Here, out of my Modern Folk Embroidery Sal, came 333. So I pulled a strand out of that and carried on, and I did a load of 333. So we've changed from only blue, blue and only blue, and I now have a 333 in it, which is absolutely undeniably purple. So I've moved to one different colour. So my only piece of haul last night, when I finished work at about 6:20, I drove up to Hobbycraft. Here is my haul. As you can see, I've been shopping wildly. I bought one skein of 820, which I hope will finish my 820 stitches. 820 is one of my favourite blues. It is jewel. And I know I've got 820 in my, I think I've got 820. I'll be stunned if I haven't got 820 in my pointed fifth, but I didn't think about that. I just thought, go and get one more and that should do you. So my Snow Wizard is trundling on. Robin tidied up some of the living room and found a Christmas present from last Christmas, so that's not too bad. We're nearly a year. Look, an Emma Bridgewater mug. A gift from my sister, because she buys all their, she loves Emma Bridgewater. I mean, I love it too, but I don't often buy it. Well, in fact, I've never bought it. But here is my stitching mug for a Christmas present last year from my sister, which I'm now using. Partly because I lost it, because that's the kind of house I live in, where your Christmas presents get dumped down, get put down, and then 55 other thousand things get put on top. So anyway, I read my own name on it because I'm right-handed and it's facing me. Oh, now the dog's barking. Robin will have to come and sort them, or we'll power through. But that's my big boy Clay. He is 4 rooms away from me, but he's 3 rooms away from me. But here comes Robin. Can hear him struggling down the stairs. So I also picked up. I've done more stitching. I always think I've done no stitching, and then I pick up my stitching, and I've done more than I think. I'm just going to turn my light down a little bit because it is a little bit. I feel like it's a little bit. I feel a little bit scary bright there. Hopefully I'll look a bit more normal now. I picked up my Celtic lady. I haven't made her frame yet, but I found the corners and I found the pipe, so I can at least do it now. So, but I picked up my Celtic summer lady, and I'll put a picture here of what she's going to look like, and I'll put a picture up here of where I was last week. And I've done quite a bit. Now this is one night's work. Bear in mind that this is 28 count, so it's the equivalent of 14 count. And that's what I've done. I've got on with quite a lot of her dress. I filled in her sleeve. There was quite a few stitches missing on her sleeve. And then I've worked each colour down into her dress. And I've put some of the gold in, and you know what, I absolutely love this. I absolutely love her, and I think she's looking alright on this fabric, which is a bit bolder than I was planning. I think that's coming along alright, isn't it? So she's going to sit, you can see where the border is at the top there, and then when the fabric gets very, very busy and bright, I deliberately sighted her on this piece of fabric here. Ooh, I can't hold it, it's very, very floppy because it's Lugana and it's my favourite. Here, very, very busy bright fabric is where the bulk of her dress is, and that's full coverage stitching her dress, so it's going to cover the most of it. And the back of the fabric, you can see the dye broke, so the green dye split and speckled, which normally I would be thrilled to bits with. But for this particular piece, I put it on the back so that it would be more subtle on the front, because it was very bright. So I put in a good chunk there. See, I've still got my threads. What I did was what I always do. I worked to where I came to the end of my Q-snap, and then I've just done half a stitch of the next stitch and parked my threads. So that's basically my progress. I've just got the first line of her cuff there, so I can do her hand when she's holding a basket that's dropping beady flowery things. But I will be making her a little scroll frame either today or tomorrow morning, I hope, and I'm going to carry on with her. The hand I will do over one because I did her face over one, so that's going to take a little bit more concentration and time. 2 more pieces. So we had our Stitchy Zoom, and I think I was very tired. I think anyone who was on the Stitchy Zoom with me will go, yeah, she was a bit odd. I was very, very tired. I'd had a very long day the day before, and then gone in and done a full day at work the following day. So I was a little bleary, so I do apologise. Sometimes I'm not very sparkly. I'm not a very sparkly person. So I sat on Stitchy Zoom and I put in some work here. I did a little bit here. I went right into this bit here, and I don't know if anyone can notice, but I've made a mistake. I've made a big mistake with my colour work. And what I've actually done, and I only spotted this as I was reaching for colours here. You see this bit here is pink, this one is burgundy, and this one is pink. So I worked here with the pink and then looked across and went, that one's burgundy, so this one here should be pink. I'm yet to see. I can see it very clearly when I'm looking. I can't see it over there, but you can see it, can't you? Yeah. So you can see it. I'm going to see how much it makes me crazy, and if I need to I will frog it out. It's not a big chunk, but it is frogging, and you know I'm not very keen on frogging. That's the boys coming in now. It is horrible out there, they will not want to be outside, but desperate for the loo is desperate for the loo, isn't it? So yeah, I put a little bit of work in there just so, because it has to be light. The light in my room is terrible. I will eventually get a much better lighting situation on the go so that I can actually see what I'm doing. Especially when I'm on my Zoomy call. And then the other night I started my Lola Crow, What the Cat Saw. And here's my little start. I've started in this corner here, and this is, the wallpaper is 3072, which is the palest blue, and then the pattern on the wallpaper is blanc, so it kind of disappears, but you can kind of see it, and then it kind of disappears. So the wallpaper started, and I got to the window frame, and that was as far as I got before I was too tired to go on. I think I'm going to go into the window and stitch something entertaining, because there's tentacles straight away. So it's square, so it's only going to be about this size. This is a scrap, literally a scrap of 20 count pre-gridded Ada. This is what I started the key on originally, and that's the piece that Shooting Star is on. And then there's little bits hacked out there for other things. And here we've got a start of another Carolyn Manning, that's Amethyst, which is like a coaster size. So that's only going to be that size. So I thought I could do 3 or 4 of them on there. Here comes Flora. So that's the start of that. I'll put the picture here I showed you last week. Now, I asked for help last week on colours. Thank you very much. I had a lovely video chat with one of my most favourite Stitchy sponsors. My Stitchy Zoom people know exactly who I'm talking about. She's the most wonderful human being I think ever, and has very generously, she showed me her stash of, stash is a very loose term, it was like a craft shop of overdyed threads, and she picked out a couple and she's put them in the post to me. So I think we went with black coffee and I can't remember, but another lady said exactly the same colours to me in the comments, so thank you so much for thinking about it for me, and I will start that when it arrives. And I'm going, if it fits on a piece of fabric, that she also sent me a little scrap, which I think is going to be perfect. She sent me a little scrap, which I'll show you when I start it. And it's not a scrap, but it's a little piece, only about, it's a my size piece of fabric, it's a little bit. So if he fits on that, that's what I'm going to put in. Did that restart? I caught it there, it went off. Pretty sure it went off there. That's me topped out. I think it's 25 minutes it will record before it tops out. But I saw, because I've got all the information up on the screen here, so I'm actually looking, can't really see, because I'm looking at lots of little bits of information around my screen, which obviously you're not going to see. But I saw the record disappeared then, so I caught it, because last time it worked really well. Sorry about my squeaky stairs. I've got humans up and down. It's nearly 10 o'clock in the morning and everybody's home because it's school half term this week. Well, that's fine. So that's everything I've done. And this week I'm just going to see how I feel. I'm going to stitch on what I want. As I say, I've got today off and I've got half of tomorrow. I don't go in and I don't need to leave the house until 11:30 tomorrow. So I've got a few hours tomorrow morning and I probably will just stitch tomorrow morning. And then I'm working through, I've got Saturday off because Lizzie's going in for a scan, which I'm sure will be absolutely fine. But I'll take my stitching to that. Hello Billy! You're going to come and, Billy! No, only Billy handed to me. He still doesn't come to me. He's such a beautiful little kid, but he doesn't come to me like Bella does. Hello Flops!
Hello.
You alright?
You're required.
Gonna hand me Billy? Yeah. Thank you. Here's little Billy. As you can see, he's grown a little bit too, and he is, oh, he's just not wanting to be held. But here's my little boy. He is a little dot. Now, he was a little bit poorly last week. We think he ate something he shouldn't have eaten, i.e. human food, possibly dog food. But his little tummy bloated up and he wouldn't eat for 24 hours. Yeah. And he came and slept by me. He was feeling crooked, so he came, crawled up into my bed and crawled up next to me, and he powered down next to me, which is nice. His funny leggy sister's a different matter. We think, we're not entirely sure the lady we got her from didn't just find a litter of strays and take them in and then sell the kittens. Because they're wild. They're like properly wild. She's now running around with her ears flat against her head, so she's having a dizzy whiz. Yeah, so following week's going to be a bit of a quiet week, and I'm going to do what I can. You alright, missus? Yeah. I'll see you in a bit. I'm just trying to get a bit of video done, and then I'll be done.
Okay.
Okay.
You're not going to work today?
No, I've got a day off. Flora's dumbfounded with a "you have a day off" face. I know, it's unusual, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. Right, anyway, so that's about it. I'm going to stitch on what I fancy this week. And yeah, it's getting noisy in here, because it does when you have a house full of noise. Oh my god, the kitten's crazy. Robin's built them like a cat tower, and it's huge. And Bella's up on top cleaning a paw, and Billy is. See if I can take a picture. I bet you he won't let me take a picture of him. There we are. Ooh. He's doing cat things. Bella's just sitting on top cleaning her paw, and Billy's now cleaning too. So I'll put those pictures here that I've just taken, just so you can see what the noise is about. My naughty kittens. Yeah, so I'm just going to joggle on. I'm loving my fall coverage at the moment. I'm loving my Celtic lady. I haven't managed to pick up my Emma Condon Halloween. I think this light has to go. Oh no, that's worse. Right, okay. Put that back on. We need to get the lighting sorted, basically. It's all a bit difficult. Because it's on navy blue, and without a decent light in my bedroom I can't really stitch on it at night. I need a white background. I can stitch on it during the day, but I'm not very often home during the day. I might put some stitches into it today. We'll see how I get along. Yeah, and my only other bit of... I should be back for another Flosstube before, but I'm off the first week of November, and I'm going to go... I've booked tickets for the train to go down and see Maddie, and I'll only spend a few hours with her, but it's 5 hours on the train there and 5 hours on the train back, which to me is 10 hours stitchy time, and I can't wait. I really want to see my girl as well, but 10 hours stitchy time on the train, I'll take that. So I'm going to sort out some projects. Obviously I won't take a big scrolly frame, I'll only take my 11x11 with me, so I'll probably take 2 or 3 projects down with me so I can work on something different if I fancy something different on the way, or I might just stick and just do a bit of Hade, just do 10 hours of a Hade and see how much I can get done in 10 hours, we'll see. Anyway, so I'm doing that not Wednesday coming, not tomorrow, but next Wednesday. And I'm hoping to get another Flosstube in before I go, because I will be off work. Right guys, I think that's about me for today. We're a bit wild in the house today with everybody bimbling around, and almost everybody up. That's everybody but Lizzie I've seen now. So I shall sign off from here, and hope everybody's had a really good week. It's basically just a Stitchy update this week, and yeah, I'll catch you next week. I'm off to do some stitching. Go and do some unless you're stitching already, go and do some stitching. And if you haven't checked out Jemima's Flosstube, honestly, to anyone who's stitching a Hade and thinking this is never going to happen, I'm never going to get through it, go and watch her latest Flosstube, because she has a new craft room, which I mean is all of our holy grails, isn't it? And 2, she has, holds it up like this. It's enormous and she's finished it. So Jemima, you're amazing. Honestly, you're amazing. I can't wait to see the progress on the giant max huge waterhole one that's coming, but I have such a soft spot for Randall Spanglers that I was just so thrilled to bits to see that she's finished it. Anyway guys, I will catch you later and have a really good week. It's a bit just stitchy I think this week. I don't think I've got anything to pop on the end. It's been quite a quiet kind of time. I work all day and get home and either fall straight to sleep or I do a little bit of stitching and then fall to sleep. So my life's pretty dull. But it is what it is, you know, we've got to get through it, we've got to keep at it. And we're going to start falling down the slippery slope to Christmas soon. So yeah, I need to buy some Lego before we can't get the Lego. Well, the Lego's in stock, I need to buy the Lego, so my peace of mind is I've already got it, because I still have a little boy who needs Legos. Right guys, that's by the by. They tell us not to panic buy and then they tell us there's going to be nothing left. So everybody panic buys. It's very strange. Right, I will see you later. I'll get this video up, hopefully. In the end, honestly, last video, I keep saying goodbye. If you're new, I got some new subscribers last week. Welcome. This is a little less... I'm a little flatter today, I think. I feel a little flatter, but once I've sat for a few hours and stitched, I'll be fine. Yeah, it took all day to get that video processed. It was just a nightmare. Robin's laptop actually exploded. Not physically exploded, but it literally went, I can't cope, I'm out, and it's dead. Dead, gone forever. So I've given him my tablet that I bought to do my Flosstubes on, but it didn't work. So I figure we've kind of swapped, because I'm now using his fancy camera, which, thank you for all the kind comments, I know it's a much better quality video. We'll stick with this. And he finally worked out that if he just took the SD card out of his camera, because it's not a micro one, it can't go straight in this guy, put it into his big computer, which is linked to, linked to the telly. The PS4 has got a very powerful gaming computer attached to it as well, which wasn't a gaming computer, it was his CAD computer. So that's there. He puts it in there, connects it to this, the video's in it in 2 seconds, and then I can process it. And it literally, once we figured it out, it took no time at all. But trying to upload it onto a very, very elderly, repurposed laptop, it was not happening. My Stitchy group know about my old laptop that was clockwork, that used to just not cope at all with a Zoom call with 8 people on it. So, you know, you can see the kind of level it was working at. So I've given him the tablet I didn't like, and I'm borrowing his camera that seems to be working a treat. I will go now guys, and I will see you soon, and I'm going to go and do some stitching. I will see you later. Bye bye for now. Thank you for watching me. Bye bye.